Pacquiao won that fight?
I thought Manny Pacquiao won. Yes, I did.
Clearly, was there any room for
discussion? Clear to me.
You ever thought about what unfolds when a legend faces off against an underdog? Can a seasoned champion still ignite fireworks? ... Tonight?
It's clear to me. I'm not a judge, but it's clear to me and clear to my eyes. And it's a shame for boxing.
The arena lights blaze overhead as Manny Pacquiao and Barrios touch gloves once more. The crowd is roaring. A blend of nostalgia and anticipation fills the air. Every fan leans in, hungry for that flash of brilliance only Pac-Man can deliver. Judges Steve Weissel and Tim Chino turn in matching scorecards. 114 to 114, a majority draw. The champion exits with his title still fastened securely, his legacy unshaken but sparking controversy. As the dust begins to settle, voices erupt. Across social media, reactions split between admiration and outrage.
Two judges who, can't decide who the winner is? Really? So, yeah.
Shocker Stevenson takes to Twitter, claiming the Filipino legend dominated every round in his eyes, while hinting that Floyd Mayweather might soon make a return to reclaim the world title. His tweet slices through the noise like a crisp right hand, challenging anyone to disagree. Ray Jackson refuses to stay silent, asserting that even this version of Pacquiao, well into his 40s, would have crushed Devin Haney without breaking a sweat. Danny Garcia quickly follows up with a blunt post, declaring outright that Manny clearly won. Then George Kambosos Jr. jumps in, urging fans to rewind time and appreciate a champion reborn.
So yeah, Barrios the champion. I guess you have to beat the champion, and I guess in their eyes they didn't.
Kambosos doubles down, marveling at how Pacquiao looks 26 again. 46's fans chant his name with fiery passion. Claressa Shields bursts onto the scene with Street Fighter-style praise, portraying Pacquiao as a warrior straight out of a retro arcade, crushing his opponent with vintage flair. She envisions him squaring up like he's in a pixelated brawl, ready to beat down Mario's little cousin. Meanwhile, Sean Porter critiques Barrios' strategy, pointing out that he never let his hands go and lacked any real aggression. Porter dismisses the talk of testing Pacquiao's conditioning, arguing that Barrios did nothing to push the tempo.
To me, it was an astounding, amazing, outstanding performance by a 46-year-old man who has not...
Porter's follow-up tweet drips with frustration. He saw the outcome coming, but dreaded it just the same. Stevenson returns, calling the decision crazy and fueling the fire among already heated fans. One regular boxing enthusiast, Ryan Alba, hammers out a post hailing prime Pacquiao as an unstoppable force, insisting the margin was so wide. The fight was never close. More voices join the chorus, decrying how many times Pacquiao has been robbed at ringside. They argue no fighter has faced more injustice. The final take? Boxing feels rigged against the people's champion.
46-year-old man who has not fought in 4 years, who had the stamina, the wherewithal, the guts, the determination.
Backstage, promoters and trainers trade opinions over water bottles and ice packs. They lament the razor-thin decisions, wondering why grit and passion don't always translate into decisive victories. Analysts point out the subtle evolution. In Pacquiao's style, the ebb and flow of his offense still mesmerizing to watch. Barrios' corner defends their fighter, arguing he held his ground with defense and sharp counters. Neither side is willing to back down. The draw locks in a controversy that won't disappear by morning. Fans flood social media with polls popping up in every corner. Was it a win or a draw? Clicks fly, arguments spark, and memes explode. Excitement spills beyond the ropes, igniting debates over legacy versus youth. Everyone has an opinion: the casual viewer, the devoted fan, even the guy who just tuned in for Pacquiao's highlight reel. Their passion proves once again why boxing lives and breathes through heated debate.
This is one of the all-time great performances.
So it's worthy of the Hall of Excellence, Jim?
Absolutely.
Should he retire?
Meanwhile, the champions' camp celebrates behind closed doors, believe the belt stays where it belongs. They replay the knockdowns and combos that electrified 7 million viewers around the globe. To them, the numbers on the judges' scorecards matter less than the unforgettable spectacle they delivered. Pacquiao, always the showman, smiles, knowing he owned the night. Back in the locker room, he flashes that iconic grin, sponge in hand, soaking in the victory like its lifeblood. Outside the arena, street corners buzz with chatter. Taxi horns pierce the night. Bars lift their glasses in tribute to the Filipino icon. Vendors flip their TV feeds to reruns, showing each round in slow motion, every jab, every uppercut broken down frame by frame. The city hums with fresh energy, every heartbeat syncing to Pacquiao's rhythm, his footwork echoing in homes, cafes, and corner stores. Opinions light up the night brighter than the neon signs.
Fire on this one, Jim.
I don't make decisions for people on what they should do. That's up to Manny Pacquiao. He deserves what he wants to do on his time frame, and tonight...
Scouts and trainers pore over the fight footage, analyzing Barrios' defensive gaps and Pacquiao's sharpened timing. They jot down notes on fighters across the board, chasing the mystery behind a man who continues to defy time. Young prospects quietly dream of sharing the ring with him, someday knowing that even in a draw, he remains the gold standard. Legends are rare. Rarer still are those who can make the world stop and watch. Media outlets scramble to capture every detail. The victorious fist pumps, the tired yet proud walk back to the locker room. Interviews teeter between amusement and shock, as analysts speculate on what's next. Pacquiao's future opponent is already trending before today's headlines have even dried. And yet, through it all, the draw only strengthens his status as a fighter beyond comparison.
...to do on his time frame, and tonight he proved that he can continue to do it on his time frame.
And lastly, Jim, some people on social media, when you asked Sue about exactly what happened, I think it was a very appropriate question, but what do you think to...
Conversations take a philosophical turn as fans debate the essence of greatness. Does a draw diminish a legend, or does it elevate his myth? Can a split decision truly reflect the soul of the sweet science? Enthusiasts quote boxing lore, drawing comparisons between Decembers of the past and this unforgettable July night. History's pages flicker beneath the arena floodlights, each name etched beside Pacquiao's glowing legacy. On social media, a clip of Pacquiao slipping jabs for 7 straight rounds loops endlessly. Reactions range from chants of GOAT to frustrated outcries that the judges missed the mark. Algorithms push the video across countless timelines, turning the moment into something eternal. Even those who've never followed boxing start asking questions, intrigued by the man who, after all these years, still moves like lightning.
Anytime, bro. Anytime, bro.
Who do you think won tonight?
Come again?
Who do you think won tonight?
Pacquiao, man.
Close.
In a quiet gym across town, an amateur trainee watches the highlights, sweat streaming down his brow. He drops his gloves, locks onto the screen, then throws punches at the air, mimicking the champ's rhythm from memory. A coach nearby shakes. His head grins and says, "Kid, you're watching history." By dawn, the buzz hasn't faded. Opinion pieces emerge, some claiming a passing of the torch, others insisting Pacquiao never let it go. International voices celebrate the icon's fighting spirit, while purists debate whether the draw signals a decline. Every perspective sparks new articles, new arguments. The ring may be empty, but the world is still inside it. Later, Pacquiao steps onto the press conference stage, a towel draped over his shoulders, eyes calmly scanning the crowd. He sidesteps every baited question with poise, simply thanking the fans for their unwavering support, hints at retirement, then teases the idea of one last dance beneath the lights. Promoters light up. The mere possibility of one more fight keeps the money and the dream alive.
Close or wide?
Huh?
Close or wide?
Wide. Had Pacquiao wide, bro. 500.
Yet beyond the business side, boxing's soul pulses in every gym and lounge. Fighters training tonight dream of drawing even a modest crowd, one hungry for that same electric thrill. They picture Pacquiao's speed, his heart, his fearless drive. Each one hopes for just a glimpse of that rare magic. Meanwhile, Barrios retreats to review footage, focused on redemption. He quietly acknowledges his mistakes, vowing to sharpen his offense. His team jots down fresh strategies, determined to shift the outcome next time. Rising prospects take note. Even a draw with a legend earns deep respect. Merchandise counters are cleared out of commemorative shirts celebrating the draw. Hat lines shrink as fans swap gear, bearing images of both fighters. Trainers forge new plans. Gym owners schedule extra sparring, fueled by inspiration from the bout. Boxing's heartbeat echoes through steel bags and worn leather gloves. Commentators dissect pivotal moments each slip. Each flurry, every swing that could have changed the outcome. Fans gather in small clusters, homes divided by a decision that resists clarity. Over tea or whiskey, the debates continue to burn.
Come on, you want to see the ticket? Oh, you want to see the ticket. Look at this. Let's see. Where is that? Come on. Where is it?
In a city halfway across the globe, a group of devoted fans gathers for miniature ringside lunches, an homage to the night that stirred the sport. They rewatch the bout, round by round, applauding Pacquiao's speed while respecting Barrios' determination. No clear consensus forms, but the unity found in passionate debate becomes a victory of its own. Promoters begin sketching out posters for a potential rematch, banking on controversy to sell 10 times the tickets. The possibility of another showdown, youth versus legend entities, pay-per-view buyers. Money flows like blood from a split lip, the very lifeblood of boxing, as the days tick by. Highlight reels immortalize Pacquiao's age-defying brilliance. He slips punches like he's rewinding time itself. Even critics begin to soften, acknowledging that a draw with a younger, hungrier opponent only reinforces his greatness. Their hot takes evolve into reluctant praise.
You're gonna look.
Hey, why did you think it was going to be a draw?
You want to know my answer?
Yeah.
He'll tell you. What I tell you?
In gyms across the world, the sound of sweat hitting leather echoes the rhythm of that unforgettable night. Every trainee feels it in their bones, sparring with renewed fire, driven by the belief that even at 46, victory can still be chased. Documentaries go into production. Historians begin interviewing those who were there, breaking down training camps, diet regimens, and the mental grind. They trace Pacquiao's journey from humble beginnings to global stardom. Barrios' ascent is studied to a fighter who stood tall under immense pressure. Casual fans tweet with pride, while pundits sketch footwork diagrams. Midnight watch parties erupt into spontaneous chants of respect across every time zone. Boxing breathes through nights like this. Meanwhile, champions in other divisions take notice. From heavyweights to flyweights, fighters analyze the footage, hungry for insight. Legends feel recharged. Rookies dare to dream bigger. One fight one. Electrifying draw sends ripples through the entire sport.
Manny don't lose in Vegas, so you gotta have a draw.
I said the casino don't want to let Manny.
By month's end, the draw still dominates sports headlines. It spills beyond boxing columns and seeps into mainstream news. Even those unmoved by jabs or uppercuts can't ignore the saga of an ageless warrior. He stands as living proof that heart outruns the calendar. This fight earns its place in boxing's grand storybook. Trainers pass it on to rookies. Veterans relive its electric rounds. Bars replay it on endless loop. Radio DJs recount it blow, blow, blow. Becomes woven into the cultural fabric stitched into the wider tapestry of sport. And Pacquiao, the man, at the center, rises as a symbol. Age isn't a wall, but a number to challenge. Belief and preparation fuse into something nearly mythical. He moves the masses not only with his fists, but with the force of pure inspiration.
Lose. The casino don't want to let Manny lose. And I knew it was rare, right? Because Mario Barrios just came off of a draw.
Yet amid the celebration, the call for fairness rings loud. Judges feel the heat. Commissions pledge reviews. Sport vows to evolve to sharpen judging standards and reduce the cloud of controversy. Because sometimes, controversy sparks. Change. In neighborhood gyms, young fighters turn to their coaches and say, "I'll be better than both of them." They dream of cleaner victories, heavier punches, and fewer doubts. They don't just chase wins, they chase clarity. Promoters, meanwhile, downplay the grind of training camps, spotlight the drama, and lean into the spectacle. Understand that controversy sells just as well as knockouts. The boundary between sport and entertainment blurs beautifully. By the time talk of a rematch surfaces, tickets vanish in minutes. Fans rally to see the score settled. Betting lines swing by the hour. Social feeds light up with round-by-round predictions. Once again, boxing becomes a global carnival. Subscribe, like, and comment below to join the conversation.